The funding for this video is provided by the amazing members of my Patreon. Also contributions from viewers like you. Thank you. Y'all started from PBS Kids, what you gonna do? Fight me? Anyway, roll the video.
Come on, boys, get loud. 'Cause when the music starts bumping, the whole place will be jumping. It's my scene, you know what I'm.
Hey y'all, it's Harry and I'm back with another video. Hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harryana and welcome back to The Pirate Ship, also known as Harry Hook's Pirate Ship. I am the captain, you are not my first mate. I don't got no first mate because you want to know why. Bring your ear closer to the speaker so you can hear me clearly. No one's worthy of being the first mate, but hi, hello, how are you guys doing? My name is Harryana and I like to make content based off nostalgia and family and children's entertainment and all the issues that I find within those spaces. Now today I am cosplaying as Alia from Miraculous Ladybug. I don't know why. It's just this cosplay felt very fitting for what we're going to be discussing today because this year, a lot of my actions have been thinking before reacting or spending more time to think. And I have just come to the conclusion that our education system has failed us on the subject of race because the way I see a lot of you guys throw around terms, y'all be using them incorrectly and people try to act like this is like a new terminology and that it's a new language, and no, that is not true. Some people try to say that this shit is slang. People are trying to say that a lot of these words didn't exist until like the last few words, and that is extremely incorrect. Part of the reason why people think a lot of this terminology is new is because this is their first time seeing it be used a lot in their faces, that mean directly on their cell phones. So to clear up confusion on what a lot of these words mean in relation to race, we're just leaving it at race. I'm going to sit here and explain pretty much like a good gist of them. Some of these I feel like y'all should know better and understand the meaning of them, that being white supremacy. If somebody tries to sit here and tell you that white supremacy means you're allowing white people to think they're better than you, that is completely ignorant. First of all, I was about to say incorrect, but no, it's just straight up ignorant, and that's not what that shit means. So before we get started, I do want to do a little self promo, but also this is like leeway into the conversation that we're about to have. My new book, me and my friends in the book specifically, Do Not Call Me Such, which is a collection of essays about fandom, misogynoir, ableism, entertainment, and white feminism, is available for purchase now. It is about 160 pages long, and if you are looking for a fun but educational read, I highly recommend getting the book. It is offered in paperback form like this right here, audiobook for those who like to listen to their literature, and then also a digital copy for those who want to read but don't want to buy the paper. I completely understand because it costs more to get these made than it does like the digital copy. So yeah, and then also remember the Waifu House donation link down below. Please donate any little bit that you can. So let's go ahead and look at the list that we have right here. I'm gonna start with the big three, which is known as racism's nasty little cousins, and those are colorism, featureism, and texturism. Now I'm gonna read you guys what I said about those three things from my book, and then we will move on forward. Colorism is the dislike or discrimination of darker skinned people. Keep in mind that colorism does not only affect black people, colorism also affects non-black people of color just as well. Got that? You got that? Okay. And by the way, when it comes to the subject of colorism, a lot of people tend to think that colorism is only an issue when it comes to dating, and absolutely not. Colorism affects much more than just dating preferences. It affects the job market. I specifically do want to make another video talking about how I really feel like we need to do a better job when we talk about the subject of colorism, because so many of the colorism tapes that I see online, they are very limited on their thinking of it, and they think colorism is just like a man not wanting to date darker skinned women, and that's absolutely not the only thing. There's much more than that. It goes much deeper than that, but I digress. Okay, moving forward from talking about colorism, next we have featureism. The dislike or discrimination of features people of color have, including but not limited to big noses, big lips, and smaller eyes. This could be including hairstyles such as braids, locks, and twists. So basically features that people of color have. I notice when a lot of artists, they will like slim down the nose of their characters. They will make the lips a lot smaller and whatnot. So basically just featureism. I think the character that has this done the worst to them, that I do talk about in this particular essay that I'm reading from, is Hobie Brown from the new Spider-Man movie. A lot of the fan art, not only was a lot of the fan art colorist, it was also very featurist, that they were basically changing the shape of his nose and his lips and whatnot. So y'all got that, okay? People tend to think that colorism and featureism are the same thing, and no, but oftentimes when colorism is taking place, featureism is taking place just as well. So moving forward, we have texturism. Texturism is the dislike and discrimination of black hair and its curl pattern types. So when we talk about black hair and the types that it has, we have like 4C, which is the tightest, the kinkiest, the coiliest type of curly hair. And then we'll have like the 3C, where it's just curly and big and bouncy. Mind you, 4C is curly just as well, but it's a lot tighter curl and it holds closer to the root of the head. That's why a lot of 4C hair looks a lot shorter than it is 3C, when oftentimes the length can be the same. It just looks shorter because of the curl pattern type being a lot curlier. And then sometimes we'll have like 2B hair, 2A hair. Type 2 hair is usually where it's a lot wavy. I say like Zendaya's hair is about like type 2. But a lot of times I notice when TV shows want to show like natural hair discrimination, when they want to show natural hair representation, they would usually only want to have type 2 hair or type 3 hair. One thing about this that's so irritating is that oftentimes if there is a cartoon character that has type 3 hair, they'll change it to them having type 2, and if they have like type 4 hair, they will change that shit to type 2 just as well. Hair discrimination is something that has always been a problem. It has always been a big thing. And I know some people can say that discriminating against locks and braids and twists, they can say that that is featurist. They can say that that's texturist, but I honestly personally think it fits more into features, because this is basically like, my hair doesn't naturally braid, okay? But this is a feature that I added to myself. You get what I'm saying? That's why I say like braided hairstyle types are more of features. Okay, so moving forward, done with the book. The next point we have is, ooh, y'all are not smart when it comes to this one. Non-black person of color. What exactly is a non-black person of color? A non-black person of color is someone who is not white, but someone who is not black either. Y'all get that? Y'all understand that? Because I had said non-black person of color and somebody thought I was talking about black people. They were like, what the fuck are you talking about black people here? And I said non-black. Do y'all not understand what non means? Like I said, I try not to be frustrated when I see people leave comments like this, because remember, we have to take into consideration that our school systems don't do a good job of teaching us race. A lot of the shit that people learn about race relations and whatnot, they learn about that in university, and if they're not choosing to take those classes in university, or they're just ignoring it, it leads to a lot of confusion. That's why I was like, I feel like people need to do a lot better when it comes to getting educated on social issues beyond like looking at Instagram infographics. So yeah, the next one we have is Indian. Now this one really bugs me. Indian is a person who is from India. They are, Indian. They are from the country of India. People tend to think, and I blame our US history books for this shit too, because oftentimes they will refer to Native American people who are indigenous, they will refer to them as Indian people, or they will refer to them as Native Indian people. And no, that's Christopher Columbus' bitch ass fault for all that shit. That's where all that miscommunication comes from, all that confusion comes from. Those people are Native American. If you are Indian from India, your family is from India, that is your background, you're Indian. If you are a Native American, you're not Indian. If anything, that's a bit racist to a certain extent too, to be calling people who are indigenous to be Indian. They're not, okay? So moving forward, On that subject, the next term that we have is South Asian. Listen, if somebody calls an Indian person Asian, they're not incorrect, because you want to know why? India is a country in Asia. It's in southern part of Asia. It's South Asia. And people tend to think that if a person is South Asian, they are automatically Indian. And no, there are plenty of other countries that make up South Asia. And many of the people that live in South Asia, they share common features. Okay? Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Y'all want to know an example I think a lot of y'all would understand a little bit more? You're not going to sit here and call everyone from Africa Nigerian, because you want to know why? Nigeria is only one country out of the entire continent. Got that? Y'all got that? India is a part of South Asia. Got that? Okay, the next term we have is misogynoir. This one gets very, like, frustrating, because we have just come to terms with the fact that there is a lot of discrimination against women of color, but a lot of them don't particularly have a name for their discrimination. Discrimination specifically against black women and black feminine presenting people would have to be called misogynoir. That is what that is. But yeah, and by the way, a black person coined the term misogynoir. That is how that name came up. Yeah. Okay, moving forward from misogynoir, we're going into anti-black. People tend to think that if you say anti-black, you mean like anti-POC. And no. Anti-blackness is specifically racism towards black people. Got that? Got that? Now, I feel like those were a little bit more simple. Here is where we start to get into like the problems where I feel like a lot of people are just really, really confused. African American. Okay. While African Americans are black, not everyone who is black is African American. An African American is specifically a black person born in America. That is an African American person, born and raised in America. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Okay. You would not call a black person from Canada African American, because they're not. They're just black. They're actually Afro-Canadian. Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Okay? Because that's something that I saw. It was like a funny tweet where somebody had said something about how white people be nervous by calling black people black sometimes. And they were like, yeah, this white man called us African Americans and we're in Canada right now. Y'all got that? Okay. Not every black person is African American. Got it. So moving forward from that, Spanish. Ooh, this is one that this is a problem that I noticed that a lot of older people have. When I say older people, I mean people like over the age of like 35. They tend to be the main ones that say this. But people tend to think that if a person speaks Spanish, that they are a Spanish person. And no, a Spanish person is a person that's a Spaniard, a person from the country Spain. Just because a person speaks Spanish does not mean that they are Spanish. They just speak Spanish. Y'all got that? But also I noticed a lot of people when they are talking about Latino people, when they're talking about Latin people, they will refer to them as Spanish. And no, that is incorrect. That is offensive. I learned that shit in Spanish class when I was in the 6th grade. Don't call Latino people Spanish. Absolutely not. Don't do that. They hate that shit. It's offensive. You got it? Okay? Yeah. Like, I noticed like a lot of them just don't seem to realize that that's incorrect terminology. But I'm like, yeah, just because you're unaware of it doesn't mean it's not wrong. Like, no, don't say that. Stop saying that. So moving forward from that, the next term I want to get into is biracial. Y'all need to learn what the fuck biracial means, because I'm getting tired. Biracial means that you have one parent that is of one race and another parent of another race. People tend to think that biracial automatically means half black and half white. And no, absolutely not. No, that is not true whatsoever. While all half black and half white people are biracial, not all biracial people are half black and half white. And also, some people tend to think that biracial only exists if a white person isn't involved. And no, like, no. Like, somebody can be South Asian and have black. Y'all got that? I got that. Okay, now moving forward with the next term when it comes to just this entire frustrating thing, multiracial. Some of y'all really don't know what multiracial is. Multiracial means that you are mixed with different types of races. It's not just two. Bi means two, y'all, okay? Because I remember people got mad at me when I said that Sophia Wiley was not, like, I just referred to Sophia Wiley as mixed. Sophia Wiley is not biracial. She's multiracial. That's why I just referred to her as mixed, because it rolled off the tongue a little bit easier. Her mother is white. Her dad is half Korean and half black. Those are three different fucking races right there. She's literally multiracial. Got that? Okay? Hopefully that got through to y'all. The next part we have is Blasian. A Blasian person is basically a person that is half black, half Asian. Got that? Got that? Y'all got that? Y'all got that? Okay? Alright. Next term we have is Wasian. What the fuck is that? Wasian is a person that is half white, half Asian. Alright? Okay? And by the way, when people say the term Asian, they can be talking about people that are of like all over Asia. Like, I know oftentimes we are specific when we talk about Asian people. Sometimes we'll refer to them as Southeast Asian, we'll say East Asian, or we'll say South Asian. But a person referring to like anyone that is from the country of Asia to be like Asian, they are correct. Okay? Got that? Got that? Okay. The next term that we have is ooh, y'all are not good with this one. Racially ambiguous. Racially ambiguous. Racially ambiguous means that it's a bit difficult to tell what a person is. Y'all got that? Racially ambiguous means it's kind of hard to tell what a person is. They look like they could be one thing, but then there may be another or whatnot. I feel like her name's like Cell Duvall of I don't know, I forgot her brand name, but her name is like Cell Duvall. She is somebody that I would consider to be racially ambiguous, because you're just looking at her and you're like, I can't tell what the fuck you are. But honestly, I feel like a lot of fictional characters, like a lot of cartoon characters, give off racially ambiguous too, where people be thinking that there's so many other things. And I say Shigo is a perfect example of a character that's racially ambiguous. I got frustrated with the term racially ambiguous because it's getting to the point where y'all are calling people with two black parents to be racially ambiguous. And like, the people be looking black. What are y'all talking about? Huh? And also, I feel like a lot of people don't understand what the phrase ambiguous means. Ambiguous means like hard to make out. Like, you can't tell exactly what something is. It's very much ambiguous. You don't know exactly what it is. One thing I have learned about a lot of actors is that they go into like the acting room, like the casting room, and they don't tell like what the fuck they are to like the casting directors, because they think that gives them more roles, because if they let this person believe that they are one kind of race, they'll get their foot in the door, and it's actually disgusting. I hate that shit. And oftentimes when a person is racially ambiguous, they are often like times like multiracial or like biracial. One person I do think can like be said to be racially ambiguous is Zendaya, because I remember when I was younger, a lot of people didn't know what the fuck she was. And the last term that I feel like a lot of people just throw around and don't actually understand what it means will have to be white passing. Zaria posted a really good video about like how a lot of y'all just don't know what the fuck white passing means, and y'all just be saying whatever the fuck. I'm gonna link that down below because I feel like she goes into it a little bit way more better, not a little bit way more better than how I am describing it at the moment. But white passing means that you can pass for white. So many of these people that y'all be sitting here saying that are white passing are not. Because I remember I saw that people were like saying that Halle Berry was white passing. And I was like, have y'all seen a picture of Halle Berry? Have y'all seen what Halle Berry looks like? Halle Berry is biracial, but she is not white passing, because I look at her and I'm like, okay, white only? No. There's a lot of historical figures out here that are biracial, but they are passing for white. I'd say there's literally an entire movie about this called like It's not The Mystery of Life. Why am I thinking of The Mystery of Life? It's with Tim and Moby. Mind you, I watched this movie, The Imitation of Life. It's called The Imitation of Life, and it is about a black, half white girl that is very much white passing. Honestly, I found out that that girl wasn't even half black when they. Okay, but y'all get it. Hollywood got a lot of issues with casting and whatnot. But white passing, a lot of the shit that y'all be saying is white passing is not. It's not what that is. No. I'd say like a celebrity that I really think is like white passing for sure would have to be like Rashida Jones. I had no idea Rashida Jones was half black until it was put out there. Sophia Richie. That's one thing a lot of people don't know. She is white passing for sure. Sophia Richie, because a lot of people don't even know that her dad's Lionel Richie is Sophia Richie's father. A lot of people have no idea because she don't look nothing like that man. That girl look white as hell. I'd say Maya Rudolph is white passing too, just as well. Y'all see the difference? These people don't look nothing like Halle Berry. And I remember somebody had said that Zendaya was white passing. Honestly, I don't really agree with that. I feel like Zendaya is just more racially ambiguous. And honestly, I'd say Coi Leray is somebody I'd say fits into that racially ambiguous category just as well. But I'm telling you, I couldn't tell what the hell she was. That's why I got so confused when I heard her say nigga on her song. I was like, and somebody tried to say that Shay Mitchell was white passing, and I was like, nah, Shay Mitchell is very much Asian. Like, are we not looking at the same person? I mean, mind you, somebody who is Asian can be white passing, but that's not Shay Mitchell. Honestly, I feel like y'all need to be looking at more people, because some of the shit y'all be saying, I'm like, no. And I'd say the last person I'd say in particular that is white passing is KJ Apa. Y'all fooled me good with that one. I had no idea. He really do pass for white. I feel like with a lot of cartoons and shit like that, we can go out and throw out who white passing and who ain't. Because I go ahead and say with my whole chest that Marinette Dupain-Chang is white passing. She falls more into like racially ambiguous, but I'm sorry, Marinette look white. I had no idea she was a Asian until somebody had told me. I was like, she a halfie? I had no idea. Let me stop. But that's pretty much all I gotta say. That is today's video. I'm tired, and yeah, y'all wanna see something fun? I got a Nino bonnet. The Nino bonnet is coming. Y'all the first people to ever see this shit. But yeah, it's not for sale just yet, but it is coming. But yeah, don't call me sis. Do not call me sis. It is going to be available for purchase soon. Wait, no. Don't call me sis. You can go ahead and purchase it. The link to that will be down below. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a thumbs up. And leave a comment down below which one of these words frustrates you the most when you see somebody misusing it. I'm curious to know. I genuinely would like to know. We can start up a little discussion down there. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and have a good day, night, or whatever time of the day you're watching this. I'm just thankful you watched it. Goodbye.